Controversies, surprises, and eye-popping stat lines, all this together this year in the world of sports. The host of TSN's Digital Sports Center, Marissa Roberto, joins us to review the biggest sports stories from 2022. Welcome to the studio. Great to have you back.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. I feel like we've only done Skype. We've only done
remote.
From home, remote. Yeah, so this is nice. This is exciting, guys. Looks good.
It looks great. And good to have you here. Hey, we are counting these down in no particular order for anybody at home. But let's start with some good news, shall we? We're calling this one Setting the Bar. With stars filling up the record books and the trophy cases, who are we highlighting for 2022?
Well, I mean, you see a little bit of my bias here because I chose the two sports that I love the most, baseball and hockey. We start with baseball. Aaron Judge hitting 62. This guy is a record breaker. Cannot believe he hit this number. It's very rare to see somebody hit a number like this. In fact, it's been forever. He now is the single season record holder for home runs if you're not counting the juiced era of baseball. And of course, many of us do not. And the thing is about Aaron Judge is that he bet on himself. He decided to wait, to hold out, to sign a contract with the Yankees. He finally decided on the Yankees at the end of this year. He signed an insane deal, which equals like $360 million over 9 years. We do need to talk about Austin Matthews. Last year, this guy hit 60 goals. 60 goals. That's insane. That has not been done since Steven Stamkos 10 years ago. So he not only hit 60 goals, which is almost impossible to do. He's doing his thing, and he beat the Leafs record as well. So we love to see it. Although we don't need to talk about how that season ended. That's fine. We can move on and talk about someone else on his team because everything's better in three. So I want to talk about one more person, and that person is Mitchell Marner. Mitchell Marner is on an absolute tear this season. He beat the Maple Leafs point streak record, which is absolutely insane, beating Daryl Stiller out there at 19. This guy hit 19 at the beginning of December.
Amazing. Still
rolling right now. We love to see it. It feels good for Leafs fans because obviously when we end seasons, we get really sad. We start seasons, we get happy again, and then we see which way the dice rolls at the end of it. Yeah.
Let's take a look to some controversial stories that happened this year in sports. We covered some of them here on this show. We're calling it the toxic side of sports. Take us through those.
This is tough, especially for a female hockey fan like me. Earlier this year, Rick Westhead, our very own Rick Westhead, broke a story about Hockey Canada because they had settled a sexual assault lawsuit in April by an unnamed woman. The woman seeking $3.5 million in damages. She was allegedly sexually assaulted by 8 players on the 2018 World Juniors team after an event in London, Ontario, in June of 2018. There has been so much that has been uncovered about this case. The Globe and Mail even put out a story that there was a reserve fund that Hockey Canada had where they were collecting funds from registration, from sponsors to pay off anybody that came forward with a sexual assault claim. And we found out that there have been payments made since 1989, over $8.9 million paid to victims that have come forward alleging abuse. So it's been really difficult, obviously, for just hockey fans in general. It's one of those really tough ones because you want to trust our governing hockey body implicitly, but obviously we know that we cannot now. So hopefully change will happen.
Yeah, and we also saw this in the world of gymnastics as well.
Yeah, 70 former and current gymnasts wrote a letter putting these stories out, alleging abuse, of course, physical, mental, sexual. You hate hearing these stories, but you're so proud of the women who have been brave enough to come forward and speak about these things because you need these women now to speak, these girls now to speak, because when they do that, they're protecting the next generation to come up. Yeah. So it's good that we have these voices. It's just so tough, and they're going through so much right now.
Yeah. Let's take a look at Canada on the world stage because we did some pretty major things. How did we show the world what we were made of in 2022?
It's crazy. I was talking to your producer, Tyler. We were talking about stories that we wanted to do, and he said that, let's talk about the Olympics. I'm like, oh my God, the Olympics happened this year.
Right. Everybody keeps forgetting that. I had the same thing. Right. The Olympics were this year.
The Olympics were this year. Beijing happened this year. Canada did okay. We brought home 26 medals, 14 of them being bronze, one of them coming from the U.S. The U.S.-Canada final that happened, the Canadian women took it home. We love to see gold from our Canadian women, and we love to see that rivalry play out as well. Most medals Canada won was in snowboarding with 6. It's just, I feel like we just missed the podium here. We had the 4th most medals won out of the Olympics. I feel like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let those love it. We love those girls.
It's a great shot and such good memories.
I know, I agree. And then, of course, Canada on the world stage at the World Cup, which is happening now. So top and tail end, Canada showing up and showing out. A lot of people are a little sad with how Canada went out this year at the World Cup, but you have to remember, Canada was not in the World Cup since 1986, okay?
Yeah.
We had not even scored a goal in the World Cup, and there's Alphonso Davies celebrating his goal because he made history as the first Canadian to hit a goal. He hit a goal at the World Cup, which is like insane. So you know this jersey is going to be worth a lot of money. This moment's going to be worth something for these guys till the end of time.
We saw one of the greatest athletes of all times call it quits.
Yeah.
Sort of. And I love this story. Retirements, half retirements, and unretirements.
Yes, of course. We need to talk about Roger Federer. He made his announcement that he was going to retire 41. This guy has just had such an incredible career. 103 tour singles titles, 20 Grand Slam singles titles, 310 weeks ranked at #1. He's earned so much money. This guy is the first tennis player to reach over $1 billion in funds that made through tennis, through deals, which is exciting for him. So yeah, he's good. I feel like he's all right. Another 41-year-old that retired, and we love to call her the GOAT, of course, Serena Williams. The thing is, it's kind of like a half retirement, we're gonna call it.
Okay.
Because she said she was not fully retiring. She didn't really commit to it, but we saw her kind of go on a farewell tour, sort of, here. So it's like she's dipping her toe in, but then she had said that, you know what, I'm not really retired. I have a tennis court in my backyard. You can come play me anytime. So it was one of those.
Open invitation.
Yeah, exactly. So like, how can you, when you're that good, how can you really say you're not gonna play anymore? And I feel like that leads us into our final unretirement, which is another GOAT, Tom Brady. Tom, why do you do this to us, Tom? Adam Schefter had reported that he was set to retire at the end of last season. He's like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna retire. Oh wait, you know what, actually, never mind, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Decided that he's gonna play again. I feel like that was a poor decision, Tom. I guess hindsight is 20/20 here, but this season has not been going well for the Bucks, and has not been going well, sorry to gossip a little tea here, but not going well for his marriage either. Giselle filed for divorce. She's been wanting him to stay home, be a family man, and he's decided, you know what, I don't seem to want to do that. He can't give it up. He can't hang it up. Tom, it's okay, man. You're the best. You don't need to keep playing.
She hung him up. All right.
Oh my God, that was perfect. Yes, she did.
Marissa, thanks so much for being here with this year in review of sports 2022. What a year.
I know, no kidding.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.